In this video, I'm going to share one fact about every single episode of Tugs, from Sunshine to Big Freeze. Alright, now let's of course start with the very first episode, Sunshine. Sunshine, along with Pirate, Trapped, and Regatta, aka 4th of July, were actually released on VHS or DVD before Tugs aired on TV. But sadly, all of the episodes were cut down to 15 minutes for television before it aired, and when the rest of the Tugs episodes were put on DVD or VHS, it was their 15-minute versions. That's sad. Pirate. So, C. Rogan's uncle that we see is actually just Boomer's model, just with a different face and with a new name slapped on. Yup. Trapped. So, when this episode was being made, Billy Shoepack's model wasn't finished in time, so he was stuck smiling. So if anyone was wondering why he was stuck smiling, now you know. Also, one more fact about this episode. So, as you can see, Billy Shoepack's eyes do not move. And due to this model's small size and strange shape, Billy Shoepack did not feature an eye mechanism, and his eyes were just stuck in place. Yup. Regatta. We got a few facts for this episode. So the first one is that this is the first and only time that we see Lily Lightship in Big City Ports, I believe. And the second one is that Regatta is actually 2 episodes combined into one. And the last one, this episode was retitled 4th of July. Yep, because it takes place on the 4th of July. Mew missions. Big Mickey is introduced in this episode. He then dies in this episode, but in the next episode, he's alive. Like, what the heck? He died. Well, the most likely reason why Big Mickey is seen in the next episode is probably because that episode took place before Mew missions. So, yeah. That's good. Warrior. So the 20-minute cut of this episode does exist, and I believe it's in Tugs the Exhibition storage, who has made the decision to not release it to the public. Or maybe they did, I don't know. And also, this is my favorite episode of Tugs. Did you know that? High Tide. So, we have 2 facts for this episode. So, in this episode, Ziddabee's true colors are revealed. Yup, and the other fact for this episode is that this was originally going to be a Hercules episode. Yup. That sucks. Well, I still do like this episode, but it's an okay episode. My favorite episode is obviously Warrior. So, yeah, well, sadly, this wasn't a Hercules episode. Quarantine. So, the ferry that OJ sinks, the ferry's prop, and also its close-up prop, and various other props, including Big Mickey and OJ, were recycled to be used on Thomas. And the ferry's close-up prop is only used once, and it is in Thomas. Yep. Ghosts, so spooky. Anyways, there was actually a deleted scene from this episode where OJ would actually encounter the ghost of Big Mickey, which means this episode could have taken place after missions after Big Mickey sank. Yep, so the order goes, and so yeah. And a face was sculpted for Big Mickey, which is now known as Snatcher, but ultimately it went unused. And also, the scene was completely removed from the episode as it was too dark. Maybe they kept it in the 20-minute cut? I don't know. Jinxed. Even though this was Tugs' 10th episode, as a matter of fact, this was the first ever Tugs episode ever filmed. The second one was actually Sunshine. Yup. This is also the episode where the unlucky Tug originated from. Yay. Booma. High winds. Now, I actually made a mistake when I talked about high tide. This is actually the episode where Zedby's true colors are revealed. Yup. Sorry, but I don't know any facts about high tide because I accidentally made a mistalk. Yep, guess I got the facts mixed up. Sorry. High winds. Now, hold on, I mean upriver, not high winds, upriver. Now, Billy Shoepack's eyes actually move, which means I believe during this episode's production, the prop was finally fitted in with an eye mechanism, and now has more faces made for him. Yep, so that's good. And Billy Shoepack's prop is currently in possession of Tugs the Exhibition, where we know it will be safe. Big Freeze. This is Tugs' final episode before production on it ended. Yeah, yep. Once you hear the outro song for this episode, you will be so sad because you will know that this is the final episode of Tugs. Anyways, I believe this is the first and only episode where we see the whole Starfleet and some of the Z stacks out at sea. Now I'm going to tell you some other facts that aren't related to the episodes. Alright, so random fact number 1. The whereabouts of Grabus's model currently remain unknown. Yep. And fact number 2. So what happened to Izzy Gomez's model? I actually know that. So the model was recycled and used on Thomas and Friends, and his face and eye mechanism and sombrero was removed, and his name on his front and sides were painted off. And the model was used for the 3rd and 5th seasons of Thomas and Friends, and the model was later kept in storage at Shepperton Studios, and his face masks were later auctioned off of eBay with Zettabees in 2012. Yep. Random fact number 3, and I believe this is the final fact as I have no more buzzing through my head. So, when all of Top Hat's face masks were bought by a random guy, but with the shocked / scared expression was missing, it was presumed that was what the model last wore. And that was the case. And the Top Hat's model is currently in possession of a private collection, and will only be displayed through the collaboration of his owner and Tugs the Exhibition. That is all of the facts I have for Tugs. Subscribe for part 2. All right. Bye. Tugs Exhibition. Please don't copyright this video. Please. Okay, bye.